Good morning, everybody. UltimatDjz here from the Teaching Trek YouTube and the Talking Trek podcast. I am UltimatDjz here with a quick PSA as we prepare for another day of assaults. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a lot of trouble last weekend with this feature, with broken ghost bases and directives being taken and even event scoring. And so here I am with a very hopefully quick and short video that you guys will be able to watch before you actually start into the assaults events for today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hop into the game and take a quick peek here at what we see is a broken base. This is a ghost node, all right? What you can do to kind of get an idea, and this is not 100%, but you notice up here it says -1. When you take a look at the actual base. That's a pretty good indicator that this ASB is actually broken. It's actually not, it's actually not actually floating in space. This alliance is most likely experiencing the trouble that some of you guys had between not being able to deploy, not being able to do buildings, still being able to do assaults, and this and that. So I actually am really, really pleased with this. Now, obviously, the perfect outcome would have been that Scopely fixed the problem altogether. However, until that actually happens, they offered a Band-Aid. And I gotta be honest with you, I like this Band-Aid because it gives you the power to the community, power to the players, because I'm gonna demonstrate for you right now what they're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, if you actually happen to get your ASB broken, if it's stuck in between deployed and undeployed, and it's on a node even though it's not supposed to be on a node, you may see some indicator. For example, we can't scan the rewards. We see this -1 up here. That's a pretty good indicator that this is a ghost ASB, one that's not actually present. So you could file a support ticket. You could wait forever. You could wait maybe beyond the end of the event, or you can simply reach out to a friend in another alliance who may be willing to potentially help you out. I'm going to demonstrate here. This is a ghost node. Now, if I were to actually try to start this assault, last week, if you did start the assault, it would take your directives, it would start the 10-minute timer, and then 10 minutes would go down and nothing. Poof. No battle log would happen. No actual occurrence of an event would take place, and you would lose your directives, and you spent 10 minutes maybe PvPing or just wasting time. What we're going to do today is we actually are going to click to start this assault against this ghost node. We're going to click this button. And now we see this somewhat quote-unquote error message that the Alliance Starbase has been relocated. All right, that is a Band-Aid that Scopely put in. And I got to be honest with you, obviously, in the absence of everything getting fixed, all right, this puts the fix in the power of the players. This is actually a decent Band-Aid until the entire situation gets fixed. We get the error message, we come back, and now the base is missing. All right, this is a Band-Aid patch that they actually put in that gives power to the players to say, hey, listen, if someone would be willing to go and try to start an assault against that ASB, it's forcing the ASB into kind of a reset mode. You'll notice now it is gone. It disappeared. And that alliance that we just now reset, they should find their ASB back in a state of undeployment and now should be able to relocate to any other node in the galaxy. I wouldn't necessarily try to come back to this same node. All right, so if you are an alliance that's stuck and somebody frees you up, I try to deploy to another node somewhere, but this will allow you to continue mining, building, and starting assaults throughout the duration of these next events over the next few days. Again, not a perfect solution, but one that players have the control over handling in real time. All you need is a friend in another alliance. And this is kind of hence the title of the video. You have the power. And I got to be honest with you, I'm not upset about Scopely giving us this kind of fix. Obviously, the perfect fix is it doesn't happen anymore. But until that happens, this gives players the opportunity to resolve the problem on their own in real time. And I wanted to make sure you guys know about that. Now, there's a second piece, which is really, really good, which is you're not wasting the directives. You're not sitting in 10 minutes of a circle, and then the battle is not actually not going off when you thought it did. Ladies and gentlemen, the ALB, which went off last week, surprised some players because some players got paid even though they had 0 damage points. I'm also here to now confirm for you that participating in an ASB will still count you and register you for that ALB. So when we're talking about some of the ALB loot that's there, or we're talking about players who are trying to participate with their alliance to get some score, even though you got this big, huge gun throwing 1 billion damage, you might be the player that dies. That doesn't necessarily mean that you, quote-unquote, haven't participated. What is the definition of participate? You must actually participate in a battle against the ASB. That means you're going to have a battle log. That means you are going to be in the circle. That means you're going to be one of the 3 or 4 ships that actually take place in that battle, even if you throw 0 damage. The technical explanation for this is 0 versus null, and some of you guys will understand that. I'm not going to try to explain it in this quick video, but long story short, even if you have 0 damage, but you participate in an actual assault with your team, you're one of the ships, you're in the circle, your battle goes off, and you result in a battle log, then you, quote-unquote, have participated. Even if you have 0 damage, you are still on that ALB. So, as this event is going off and you're trying to coordinate with your team to get as many of the players as possible involved in that event to try to get them their loot for whatever your alliance may place in the ALB, it's important to make sure that somebody gets that star. Even if they die, even if they are the ship that goes boom and never throws a shot, never gets damaged, they still threw, quote-unquote, 0 damage. That means that they have participated. So your sacrificial lamb ship, or somebody that gets a star that shows up. Maybe somebody shows up with a baby ship, like a baby jelly or a Devore or a Franklin or something like that, just to get them in the circle. You guys should coordinate with some of your smaller players to make sure that they can get some of that loot. If you have questions, leave them in the comments section down below. I'd be happy to answer those for you. It's a very quick video because event reset is right around the corner. So hopefully you can watch this, coordinate with your teams, now know this information. Golly, share this with everybody, because not only is this a engineering workaround, an engineering band-aid to help prevent the loss of directives and encourage more players to be able to participate and get those rewards. That is what we're after here today. My name is UltimatDjz. Thanking you guys for watching. Please share with your team. Leave your questions down below. We'll try to answer those in real time. And subscribe to the channel while you're here. I would really appreciate that. If you find the information useful, please give us a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate you liking the video. And then, of course, click the bell so you know when we do other important, timely videos like this, so you know how you can play and how you can participate with your team. My name is UltimatDjz. I'm your friendly neighborhood cat person saying meow for now. Love you, minute. We will catch you on the next one. You guys have a great Assaults Day, or, you know, maybe at least better than we got last week. I need some Excedrin.